how do you decide, like, I'm guessing what you do is you come in and you look at the things that are going to build that experience. How do you decide what's going to build the experience and how to make it better? Because you don't just want a plain box with junk in it. You want a box that is customized and that builds the experience. How do you like map that out and plan what goes where? It seems like it would be really complicated, but I bet you have a really good system for it.
I mean, it can be. It can be as it's like most things in life. We can make it a lot more complicated than perhaps it needs to be. I think oftentimes that it needs to be customer driven in the sense of unless you're just starting something up from scratch and you're thinking about what you want to send people. But even then, like a great subscription program is based off of a problem you're trying to solve or a pleasure you're trying to give, like a typical retail experience. But you need to be having information around what people actually think they want or what they need, right? So some really obvious options are like consumable products, right? Like I'm bald, so I use Dollar Shave Club. That's a subscription that I have. You know, pet food, CBD, those are really obvious ones. Ones that are maybe less obvious are some fun ones I've seen, like a guinea pig subscription box. It's for people that own guinea pigs. So if you might not think that nobody's maybe sitting home thinking, oh, that's the next great idea. But really, if you can identify and connect with a customer and you think that, oh, there are people out there that love plants, they have house plants, right? So maybe I can come up with a box where I send different seeds or different seedlings or different like plant food and things to help them take care of those plants, right? So we're just trying to think about, we have an end user who has a need and can we get them something on a repeat basis? That's the benefit, I think, of a subscription.
Got it. So what do you think about, like, do you think there will ever be like a Nike subscription box or I don't know, like pick a big brand that everybody loves and like where they ship you something every month because it's your best customer? Or do you see it more along the lines of like, we're trying to solve a problem of like a consumable, which would be like Dollar Shave Club or Bark Box, something like that? How do you see the future of this moving?
I think what's really interesting is that you're going to see a lot of we're already seeing a lot of big brands experiment with this subscription model in a couple different ways. So a couple notable ones is like, say, Netflix has been in the news a ton lately. You know, they've had they're going to experiment with a free version that involves an ad-based component. Up to this point, it's been very subscription-based, but you've seen people that have shared in different ways. So they're playing with that model. Another one that I like to bring up is BMW. They recently were in the news and getting totally blasted because they were going to basically charge people a subscription to access the heating in their seats. So you buy the car, it has the technology in it, it works, but you only get the heated seat element if you subscribe to it, right? And so to me, that's a really great example of a brand, a massive brand with all these resources and all these smart people that totally whiff because they're just seeing it from a revenue standpoint. They're not seeing it from a customer experience standpoint. And so Netflix is in that same space too. They're trying to figure out how they can maybe give people what they want, which is a little bit of a free version with ads, and they can make money from a revenue standpoint that way. But you mentioned Nike, and Nike's a great example. So Nike does tons of things with shoe drops. They have various different brands. They're doing that. Different apps you can download to do that. I have a cousin who's just a fanatic about all the shoe drops. And so I think like something for them, they're experimenting with this idea of, I have these people that love our brand and love our shoe. Could I charge them $30 a month to be the first tier on these shoe drop releases? And you better believe that people would be willing to pay for that, right? So it's understanding what the consumer really wants. And then as a brand, you figure out, how can I monetize this? That's part of it. But the other part is, how can I get more information and how can I understand better what this consumer wants? And when you get that data, that's where the money is understanding what people really want and need.
Are you looking to scale your business but trying to figure out how to get your message across? Well, go to storyselling.how to grab my free course that will show you how to discover everything that you need to build your business through stories. These stories work whether it's in social media, email, or public speaking. There are 5 core stories that you'll learn. You'll be able to use all of them by the time you're done with this course. Again, that is storyselling.how. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to tune in next time.